I think I think it's a really optimistic time for being in health tech, for being in cyber, or anything to do with healthcare. Just because, as I talked about it, there are real pertinent problems. We actually got to see them and bring them to the center, and there are lots of interest in terms of folks coming in. Now, I want to talk about a couple of concepts. One of them is empathy. And everybody understands empathy. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. But what that drives towards is empathic design. And that is really a human-centered approach to design of products. And the intent is to pay attention to the user's feelings towards the product. So the theory behind this is the better you understand the users and the more you understand the users, you can create products that are more meaningful to them. But more importantly, if you can elicit positive feelings from your product in the user community, they're going to be yours for life. And Apple's iPod days, all the way to Apple's iPhones and other products, have kind of created that. Elon has kind of done that same thing with Tesla, where anybody who is a Tesla user is invariably a big fan of the company, not just the products. Huala, how have you done this for Paubox? Because you have deeply thought about this as a problem. How do you interact and think about it?
Yeah, sure, Anshul. So back in 2008, for a different startup I had, I designed a secure email, and it sucked. And so coming into Paubox, I took those learnings, and from day one with Paubox, we designed it with the user in mind, right? So how do we make sending a secure email as seamless as possible? Because when it's seamless, i.e. not requiring the end user to change their behavior, it's more likely it'll get done, right? So the radical thing we did with Paubox was we took this approach to secure email, and we said, hey, you know what? We're going to encrypt every email from every device for every user in the organization, and they don't have to change their behavior. So looking at it from the end user's perspective, I mean, that's the best of both worlds, right? I'll get the benefit without having to change my behavior. And that's what really drives Paubox and is around our patent portfolio, our high NPS of 80 historically for the company, and our G2 reviews online and social proof is from the beginning. We designed it from the user in mind, not some technical specification. Of course, there are technical specs we had to meet, but that wasn't the primary objective. So I was really pleased to see this slide. It really reminded me of our early days and what we continue to do today.
That's great, Walla. That's a great example. And then if you want to learn more about empathic design, Google has a lot of stuff. And then Stanford's D School, which is a design school, is deeply focused on human-centered design, where a lot of companies came from.